Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we're down here at the local skate park doing a review on the Society Xeno Mark II forks. Dale's been running these now for coming up to about a year. I've had them for a couple of months, so we're just going to give you a little bit of a rundown of the features and then obviously give you our verdict on them. The Society Xeno fork has been around for about 12-13 years now. These are the second iteration. We've had both the first and the second within our little group. These are not a light fork by any means. They're weighing at 2.6 kilo with an uncut steerer. So once you've taken a fair bit off the steerer, you're probably going to get it down towards the 2.5 mark. They do feature some pretty thick stanchions at 36mm. So they're a little bit beefier than what your pikes are, than what your sort of Fox 32s that some people use in the older ones, and also the Mazoshi DJs. For this, they do actually give quite a good bit of strength and stiffness to the setup. The fork itself is very easy to set up with only two major adjustments on it, that being the air preload and a hydraulic rebound. Obviously because of this simplicity to set up, they are very good for a beginner. You literally just pump them up, adjust how quick they bounce back, and then you're good to go. They are a little bit softer than what other forks can be, but we've not found that to be an issue so far. We're both relatively sort of smooth, do obviously have a couple of land flats and heavy hookups, so we have found them to be a good usable quality fork. Obviously the simplicity of them also helps in terms of maintenance. There's no real sort of oil to service or anything. The only thing they have actually within them is grease, so if you did want to service them, it's just a case of taking them apart, greasing them up and putting them back together. Steerer wise, the forks use a tapered steerer, so 1.5 at the bottom, 1 1/8 at the top. Obviously like most dirt jump frames tend to be the same now, so good compatibility there. They're also a 20mm through axle at the bottom. Most other brands have shifted across to a 15, so it does make them a bit of an anomaly. However, I do find it does give them a good bit of strength and stiffness. Being that it's just an Allen key as well, it's quite a simple axle to use, so you haven't got to worry about bits breaking, and the parts are readily available. Ison do keep a large list of parts, everything from the Rebound tubes, which just literally bolt in and out, through to replacement axles and replacement top caps as well, if you ever do find you break or mark them and you want to freshen them up. So they are really well supported forks. They're actually made by RST, I believe. They do a very similar one in their lineup. So RST make them for Society. They did come with an RST sticker on them, but yeah, they're a very nicely built fork for the money. So what's our verdict on them? If you're after a cheap upgrade to a set of coil forks that you've got on a complete bike, or your forks are sort of worn out and you want a nice, cheap, easy to maintain replacement, these are really good. All of us have had different forks in the past, a set of Argyles back in the day, DJ1s, alongside Manitou Circus forks, and yes, they do lack in features like, you know, full rebound, compression, all that sort of adjustment, but for the money you really can't go wrong. They're quite a sturdy fork. The tapered steer tube adds a nice bit of beefiness over the originals, but they're still really simple to maintain, and obviously a really good price as well. The only other forks on the market that sort of compete in price wise are the Circus Experts, but we have noticed they're being 32mm, they're a little bit thinner. Obviously there are issues with cracks coming up around bolts on the pinch legs. So being that these are a bit simpler, they're a little bit easier, they're just a little bit on the heavy side, we do actually highly recommend these to most people. We hope you enjoyed that review. If there is anything else you want to see us review on our bikes, then please drop a comment below. We'd appreciate a like and a subscribe if you liked what you've seen. We're going to hopefully be doing a couple of review videos on things like frame, bars, that kind of stuff in the future. So do keep a look out for that, and keep a look out for our next video coming of us riding on our channel.